this new video. Oh man, what a week it has been. With all of the editing stuff I've had to have been doing for the top 10 video. Needless to say, I'm really quite tired, but you know, I've done the video now, it's up. I'll leave a link in the description, or it could just be on the sidebar over there somewhere, possibly. If not, I'll put a description down there. Well, a link in the description, should I say. This video should already have a description. Oh well, we're already off chart anyway. Whilst I was in the middle of doing the top 10 list, I've been receiving a couple of questions. And considering my editing on this program seems to have gone up ever so slightly, you'll be able to read the questions out for yourself. Seems as I've been actually having comments saying that people have been finding it hard to understand what I'm saying. Yeah, subtitles. No. Unless there's some deaf people watching then. I know. I said hello. Yeah. Anyway, question 1. Gary from Great Bar asks, dead or alive, who would be your 8-man zombie survival team? Ooh, okay. Well, obviously, we're going to need to have people that would keep a cool head under pressure, and said zombie apocalypse wouldn't exactly help matters either, and know their way around a gun. I think, in all honesty, I would have to go with guys like the Expendables, and I know that's like fictional, but that's also down here as well. Well, I'll explain this in a minute. But when I say the Expendables, there's, the action heroes, they know the way around guns, explosions, la-di-da-di-da, so they'd all be used to it, and, zombies, walking targets, easy. So, the people I've picked have been Sylvester Stallone, Terry Crews, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Chuck Norris, Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li, and at number 8 is Justin Bieber. You're confused, aren't you? Justin Bieber is for bait. At least he'll have one use in this fucking world. And onto the fictional side. Now I've gone for video game characters. Seems as they do have, people, zombie-esque killers or whatever. But I've tried to keep it as human as possible, bar the exception of 3. The people I've gone on the fictional side for are Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Well, techie pick. Duke Nukem, obviously. Max Payne. Any zombie's going to get in his way. Slow-mo, bang-bang. Job's a good one. Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. Agent 47 from Hitman. And now this is where it gets a little less human. Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. So, he could just spam flying kicks and fucking fireballs and be a complete prick like he is in the game. Dante from Devil May Cry. And I'm talking about the old Dante from Devil May Cry, not the new shitty emo look one. Going for the old one. The one that was actually badass and can take a fucking beating and still live. And number 8, the most out-human of all, Justin Bieber. For bait. At least he'll have some use in the fucking world. Anyway, next question. Okay. Thor versus Hulk. Who would win? Oh, okay. So, first of all, anybody watching this knows I am kind of big on the whole superheroes thing. I'm a bit of a geek, a nerd, whatever, but I'm not bothered. But mind you, yeah, look, so says the guy who wears a weird fish t-shirt that are members of KISS. Hell yeah! That's how geeky and nerdy I am. I can wear fish and kiss at the same time. And I'm badass. Almost. So, anyway, Hulk versus Thor. Now, I know there's one guy who would definitely pick a winner in this one. Mike Crusher Bones, who's in UCW, because on the last show that I went to, working backstage, I just got talking to him about Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 3, Avengers 2, Justice League, and so on and so forth, and further Hulk movies, because he's like a big Hulk fan. We got to mentioning just like talking and stuff, because he's like probably like the biggest Hulk fan in Britain. And we got to talking, and you know, little did I know, I thought the Hulk was just big, angry, Hulk smash. But no, actually, it's a lot more in depth than that. Because I mean, you've got guys like Red Hulk as well. It's Thunderbolt Ross, I believe they said it was. You know, and the whole thing going on about it's like, oh, Thunderbolt Ross isn't Red Hulk. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Yes, he is. It revealed it in the fucking Hulk magazine. I can't remember which one it was, but search who is Red Hulk on YouTube, and it will even show you Thunderbolt Ross or whatever his name was. Again, little did I know how powerful Hulk actually was, because the angrier he gets, you know, the stronger he gets. Still, like every white trash guy on Cops. Or every chav that drinks special brew or skull. Yeah. Anyway, you know, he just said, you know, Hulk, if he were to... Because there was a part in like, a series, either of the comics or the TV programme, it was like either the Incredible Hulk or World War Hulk or Planet Hulk or whichever it was. He got so angry and he was expelling so much gamma radiation that when he was walking, it was breaking parts of the land off. And, you know, at one point it says, oh, God, if he does 3 more steps like that, we're going to lose the eastern seaboard. So if a guy who is that powerful from fucking walking can break off the eastern fucking seaboard, why would you not pick Hulk to win? Yeah, right, okay. So we're going to go into the whole argument of, you know, Thor's like the god of thunder, demigod, depending on where you go. I'm a huge fan of mythology. I love the subject. I'm into Norse mythology. I know exactly what Thor is capable of. But if we're going Marvel side here, we know that Thor dies in the Ultimate Universe, where there's a DC Comics and Marvel crossover, where Superman fights with Thor to fight the Jutan, I believe it is, or something along those lines, for 1,000 years, and eventually Thor dies. You know, if he can get beaten by ice giants after 1,000 years, he really can't stand much of a chance against the Incredible Hulk. I'm sorry, I've got to say it, God or not, Hulk would just flatten him. He really wouldn't. If he just keeps getting angrier and angrier and angrier as the fight goes on, he's just going to become more powerful. So, you know, on this one, I'm going to have to go with the Incredible Hulk. So if there's any Thor fans out there who's like, oh, he beat his ass in the Avengers, just remember this. Yeah, didn't see it coming, got his ass whooped. Okay, next question. Actually, this is like a string of questions, but just bear with me. Okay, AJ Styles has returned to TNA. Reminds me of the old Crow version of Sting back in WCW. What do you think of it? That's the first question. Honestly, it's early days yet. He's still doing his whole silent approach. And the thing that really kind of got on my nerves on one of the past TNAs is where all the announcers were shocked as to why AJ Styles gave the clothesline to James Storm. And if you've been watching TNA, you'll know exactly where I'm going to go with this, but I'm going to mention it later because there's a question that gets brought up. Where will it go? Again, it's early days. Not entirely sure what's going to happen with it, but obviously he's coming back as a heel, which I really hope they are going to do. Because if they're just turning face just like that after he's come back and, you know, beat shit out of James Storm, you know, they're going to bring him back as heel, and again doing the whole silent gimmick thing. You know, just keep him like that. But again, early days, don't know where it's going quite yet. So, and if you're in the TNA creative, how would you write the angle? Now, just going to come back onto the point that I was just talking about. Why the commentators were so confused as to why AJ Styles hit the clothesline on James Storm at the end of his match. I think it was when he got attacked by Ace and Nates. I think it was, just don't take my word on it. AJ Styles came in, everyone cleared out. It's just him, Earl Hebner, I think it was Earl Hebner anyway, and James Storm in the ring. James Storm's coming up, giving it the old big, you know, yeah, get in the ring bus, we'll kick your ass. AJ Styles turns around, hits him with a clothesline, knocks him flat on his ass, and the announcer's like, why the hell did AJ Styles just do that? Let's go back a little while, shall we? Who was it that cost AJ Styles the chance at getting the world title? James Storm. Who was it that stopped AJ Styles from having a shot at the world title for a whole year until Bound for Glory 2013? James Storm. Why the fuck would you be so confused as to why AJ Styles hit James Storm with a clothesline? It's not because of the new character, it's because AJ Styles was cost the title shot for a year by James Storm, who does not have the title. So, this, if I was in TNA Creative, this is how I would write it out. Do a feud between AJ Styles and James Storm, which so far is where it's going. And with a bit of luck, they're going to keep it that way. One way or the other, someone is going to have to get the World Heavyweight title. Whether it be James Storm or whether it be AJ Styles. Either way, one of them is going to have to hold it. At this point in time, I'm just going to say AJ Styles, due to the fact it would make it more interesting. He could still do the whole silent thing, granted, yeah, I could give him that. If he wants to talk, go for it. Because in TNA, if they want to cut a promo, they'll do it. If they're going to do the silent thing, they can do it. It's not like, you know, WWE, Forces at North. Here, here's the script, read that. No, really. If they're going to say something, they're going to say it. So, if I were to work it, you know, keep the silent thing going on for a while, give the belt to AJ after Bully, because I think the way that I would have it planned out now is it's just all bubbling up in my head. Jeff Hardy or one of the other faces in TNA gets the title off Bully Ray. Whether it be Kurt Angle, Magnus or Joe who's in the front running, I wouldn't give it back to Jeff Hardy because it's just repetitive, boring. It's kind of going the same way that the WWE's going with John Cena. Give him the title, he's selling the merch, give him the title, 10-year contract, all's happy, merry, blah, 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 blah. Don't give it back to Jeff Hardy. I don't hate the guy. It's just, again, I can see where they're going. He's selling the merch. They're giving him the strap. But it was like Anderson mentioned it on the previous TNA that I've watched. You know, keep selling the merch. You keep getting second chance after third chance, fifth chance, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of the way that I'm feeling that it's going. I think there was a little bit of a shoot, but it was a worked one. So I'd give the belt to either Kurt Angle, Magnus or Joe, but I think I'll take Magnus out because I don't think he's really got that much experience to hold the world title at the minute. Again, I don't hate the guy. I've worked on the same show as him. Not just saying that, I really have worked on the same show as Magnus. So I would either give the belt to Kurt Angle or Samoa Joe, but considering how much the crowd are getting behind Samoa Joe at the minute, I would give the title to Samoa Joe beating Bully Ray. And then eventually, somewhere down the line, maybe a month or so after, AJ Styles is going to cost Bully Ray the world title. Then AJ Styles will go for a run against Samoa Joe. Maybe beating him for the title. Oop-de-da, fair-de-do. If he isn't going to win the title, James Storm will cost it him again. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think so. Well, again, anyway, because if AJ Styles is going to get the title, James Storm is going to have to get involved yet again. This will be like the ultimate grudge match. Whoever will get the title or keep the title, not entirely sure. But I think they really should give AJ Styles the ball again as world champ, and let him run with it, because AJ Styles has got great work ethic. He's a fantastic performer, and you know he's the phenomenal one. He is AJ Styles, so that's the way I would run it. And breathe. Okay, next question. This is another string of questions as well. No one's been leaving the names on these for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, WrestleMania is upon us. Yes, it is, isn't it? Do you enjoy the build-up? I used to enjoy the build-up, but, you know, now I don't really watch WWE anymore because it's just full of bullshit and, you know... well, anyway. Do you still watch WrestleMania? No. Because quite frankly, this carries on with the build-up. You know, you get built up, you get built up, you get built up. You watch WrestleMania, and then there's going to be something in there that just disappoints you. Because as much as I would love to see it, I would love to see CM Punk end the streak. But then again, at the same time, I wouldn't say I would be disappointed. But, you know, if I got given the chance to end the streak and said, yeah, you can end the Undertaker streak, I don't think I'd be happy with it. I don't think I'll be happy being the person that ended the Undertaker streak. You know, it's kind of a double-edged sword thing. Yeah, you get to win the Undertaker streak. You'll be known throughout history. But then again, you'll be known for the guy who ended the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. So, again, do I still watch WrestleMania? Not really, no, because, again, there's, you know, stuff that would just disappoint me. But I used to enjoy the build-up as a kid, and then I'd watch it, I'd be like, well, yeah, that was mediocre. That's just my honest opinion. I don't really watch it anymore. And the last part of the question is, would you ever consider going to WrestleMania? I had actually taken it into consideration at one point when I was about... How old was I? 18. For one reason or another, I'm not going to go into it, but the money was right. I could have gone, but the only thing was I was in college at the time, so I really had to do the course, finish the course, get my qualifications and stuff. And if you're wondering what I was going for, it was catering/cooking. Yes, big fat dude. He cooks. Yes, he does. He knows good food. But yeah, I was considering going at the time, but you know, tickets had already been sold out. And, excuse me. I really would have liked to have gone, but, you know, the older that I've got now, I just really don't see the point in going to WrestleMania. I mean, I enjoy TNA more now because I prefer seeing actual moves that can get past Vince's, you know, fucking coffee filter. You know, oh no, can't do pile drivers, too dangerous. It's a fucking wrestling move. Wrestling is fucking dangerous. You can't ban one move just because it's called a fucking pile driver. Oh no, can't do the shooting star press, too dangerous, someone got a concussion. Again, it's fucking wrestling. Yes, Billy Kidman gave a concussion to, can't remember who it was. You know, that happens. That is wrestling. Those of you who've seen the pictures of Alberto Del Rio's back, how fucked up he got from that cane. Oh, no more cane shots, can't do that, it's too dangerous. It's fucking wrestling. We were trained for this shit. It's supposed to fucking happen. You worry about the paperwork, you worry about the numbers, let us worry about doing the moves, let us worry about making the show looking fucking good. We're the guys who are putting money in your back pockets, and then in return you're putting money in our back pockets. Let us worry about being dangerous. Don't you worry about fucking cancelling out moves. It's our job. We fucking do it. And before you mention, yes, pile drivers, that actually happened. CM Punk pile drove John Cena, and he should have broke his fucking neck. Probably would have just made for a better fucking comeback anyway. Well, anyway, that is all of the questions out of the way. You know, if there's any other questions, please send them through to me on Facebook through the fan page. Whichever one you'd like, because there's two there, I believe. If you'd like to send me questions again, do it through the YouTube page. Personal message to them, me. You know, there's not many people putting comments, so if you want to put a question down on there, feel free to do it. I'll read it out for you on the next Q&A video. So anyway, I have been PDKJim2386. I thank you very much for watching the video, and I am out, my friend.